Now this is something I could retire in. Let's check it out. Seriously though, with a kitchen like this, it feels like you're at home. I mean, you have a ton of countertop space, a bunch of storage in here as well. You can see, of course, solid surface countertops, as you would expect, the nice thick lip on there, which I like to see. The workstation sink with the sink rinser, you have the vegetable sprayer there. In this window, take a look at the size of this window. It lets in a ton of natural light. And can you imagine, like obviously, right, I have another cottage in front of me because I'm at the manufacturer, but I'm sure you can imagine if this was lakefront, if this was oceanfront, the view that you would have. You have some storage shelves there on the side. And something I want to point out, right, is going to be the construction. When you talk about Cedar Creek and we're talking about the cottage, you have high-end construction, and that's why you get the dovetail joinery on the drawers as well as slow close there too. You also see over to the side, you have the Samsung residential refrigerator. Folks, this is a destination trailer. I want as big of a fridge as I can get, and that's what we're looking at right there. Storage all the way around here. Open this up just to kind of give you an idea of that pantry storage. Yes, you have pull-out drawers, and same thing, yes, in here. You can even see they still use dovetail joinery. Love to see it. A little bit of additional storage there right up top. Now, as we come in a little bit further, again, I talked about all the storage here underneath, but I did want to show you a special one that is tucked away right over here. Look at this. You get a built-in, beautiful cutting board here right up top. Yes, this is removable, but it also has this hole right here. So that way when you're done chopping, you can just chop, 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 sweep everything right down into the trash can. I think that is super awesome. And I love this. There's a cutout so you have a spot for extra trash bags. I'm sorry. I want that at my house. Like, that is a great feature. I don't have to stuff them under the sink. I can put them right there. I'm in. I'm sold. You'll also see over to this side, got 3-burner cooktop oven right down underneath. Got a little spot for my my vino if I want a little late night bevy there. Some extra storage here underneath, and then right up top as well as the microwave. You'll also notice how tall the slides are. That is 6'10" slide rooms in here, folks, with 3-inch walls. I'll get to more on that in just a second. But the 6'10", I mean, seriously, look how much space there is. It is so open. Now, when it comes time for a meal, you have a perfect space for two, right? You can see you have 2 chairs right here, a bench seat over to the side. Cool thing about this, though, is this is an ottoman, essentially, that is removable. It has storage underneath. So if you want to take that and bring it over here in the living area, it can become a footrest. Like, yeah, okay, this reclines, but, you know, again, maybe you just want a little extra footrest, a little bit like coffee table action. This kind of can be kind of pseudo fill that role. But again, you do have plenty of seating here, and if you have guests that want to come over for dinner, you can entertain them, and you also get a little bit of additional storage here in the table. And it's not just the kitchen that is open and spacious, but the rest of the coach, including the living area. It's huge. You have entertainment center, fireplace, a little bit of storage up the top. I like the different colored wood here, kind of help to break things up a little. And on top of that, I mentioned this a little bit earlier. I talked about the 3-inch thick walls, but not only do you have the thick walls, you also have dual pane glass. So both of those are not only going to help with insulation, but it's also going to help in noise reduction. So if there's a lot of people wherever you're staying, you don't have to hear them, especially when it's time for bed, because my bedtime gets earlier and earlier these days. But here's just an example, like, yeah, there's a little bit of trim on here, but I mean, you can see how thick that is with those 3-inch walls. That's going to be great sound dampening, and again, great for helping with climate control. And along with that, you will get 3 air conditioners. You can see one here. I have a ceiling fan to help some air move. Second AC right here. I'll have a 3rd one in the bedroom, in which I'll show you in just a minute. But as I'm sure you can imagine, that helps keep things nice and cool. Now on our way back to that bedroom, you'll see a few different things. One, there's going to be our control for our 3 ACs, as I promised. Right next door to that is going to be a control panel that is tucked away, nice and easy to use and operate. Oh, want to show that too. Sorry, there we go. You can see your dry weight, so you are going to need a big vehicle to tow this, as you would expect. It is a huge trailer. Moving in, we get into the bedroom. You can see the king bed right here. That is in a slide out. You have shelves up top as well as additional storage over to the side. Let me slide this open here. You have your sliding wardrobe, so you can see hanging rod plus additional space there and storage all the way up there as well as here. And then, as I'm sure you guessed, right over to this side, you have your washer dryer prep space. Now I have a bunch of stuff down here. This of course would come out. That's where your washer and dryer would be. But the neat thing about that is if you don't want washer and dryer, they already put in a hanging rod for you so you can utilize this space and this space isn't going to be wasted. You will also see here at the foot of the bed, there's some additional storage, nice big TV, and I have my dresser right down underneath for the rest of my clothes. One of the coolest spaces in here, though, if you ask me, besides, of course, the kitchen, the living area, is this bathroom. I love this bathroom. It is so open. It is so airy. It is so spacious and so bright. They did an awesome job. I also like how they have a little nook over here for the bathroom. I kind of wish they would have built it out and had a door just, for a little extra privacy, and that way, my wife could still kind of do her thing while I'm doing my thing. But I do like that they gave you additional storage space there as well as up top. They did a really good job there. The shower, as you'd expect, folks, in a higher end coach like this is going to be one piece, just like you would have in your home. You have like the larger tile drain down below. You will also see the shower tower there. It is lit, which is really nice. So if you're showering at night, you get a little bit of extra light there, and you can see the ceiling space, including a skylight there to bring in light. And again, windows right up top. But one of the coolest things are the mirrors, because with these mirrors, I can literally see myself from every single angle. You also get solid surface countertops here in the bathroom, dual vanities there. I actually like they have a little stool there, so if you want to sit down and, put makeup on, or I don't know, sit down to put your slippers on or your pants on even, right? This gives you the ability to do that nice and easy without having to sit on the toilet. Storage down below the sinks as you would expect, and then over to this side, you get a large linen closet right over here, plus some additional right up top. Now, personally, this is just me. I do kind of wish they would have had a few more drawers. These are large open spaces, and I like it here, but I would have liked maybe if I opened this up and had a drawer or so in here. And again, I can put my own organizers in there. It's not the end of the world, but for me, having one drawer is a little bit tough in a bathroom made for two. But again, folks, maybe I'm just being picky. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that maybe you could put another drawer in one of these storage areas? Do you like having the bigger storage space so that you can put in your own kind of storage customization? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear all about it. Now, if you have any questions, comments, please just drop in the comments section. And if you love this one as much as I do, and you want to know price and availability, there will be a link in the description. Thanks again for watching, folks. I'm Ian Baker, and until next time, we'll see ya. Yeah, I think I could retire. I'm out of here.